Hello, this is Nicole Mosley, aka Operation Hot Mama. I'm in my office right now, and I quickly wanted to go over something that I was reading this morning. Lately, I know some of you guys know I went to Chicago, and that was just an awesome experience in itself of just being around like-minded people and increasing your belief level or increasing my belief level at the same time with just hanging out with my dream team and some of the top leaders in the company. But one of the leaders in the company, he spoke very candidly about the importance of talking about vision. And that really got me back to a time in my life when, why does it look like I'm looking at? A time in my life when me and my husband, my then boyfriend, he wasn't husband yet, we went on a trip from California to Las Vegas, and that is about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive, I think, if I can remember. And we decided to drive, and while we were driving, we began to talk about like our life goals and our life visions, and he was like, "Okay, let's write this down." And so we started talking about some what our vision for our household would be, and what will be our mission and the goals and the objectives. And very methodically, we started kind of putting a blueprint together for our household. And of course, in the back of my mind, I was like, well, can you put a ring on it? Because then we could talk about it. But I realized that sometimes we wait too late before we put a vision together. So if you're dating someone or like we were dating, it would be too late to put a vision together once we were married. We needed to know that we were like-minded, that we were on the same page when it came to a vision for our household, what the mission would be for that, how we go about attaining that, and very systematically put some things together. So we did that, and actually it still is the foundation for my household. It's here on my board that I have with our with our vision board for our family. And as I heard this top leader talking about vision and the importance of communicating that vision to others, communicating your vision to others, communicating the company's vision to others, whatever you're affiliate with, that began me really going back to the vision for my household and understanding the vision for anything that I will attach myself to. So today in my meditation and prayer time with God, I actually went to the scripture Habakkuk 2:2, where it talks about, um, write your vision down, make it plain, and share it, and make it motivating to those that are going to read it. And there were some very basic principles in this particular scripture that we can actually utilize today when it comes to vision. The first thing is a vision must be written down. So when God gives you a vision or you have a dream, or I say God because that's just who I believe in, but whoever you believe in gives you something, or you know what your purpose is for a life, then you write that down, because there we try to put everything to memory, but a lot of times we forget stuff. And so I remember Dale Bronner, he said, if you think it, ink it. That a short pencil is worth more than a long memory. And I was like, that's powerful. It's powerful. So his whole point is that you should be writing it down, journaling, whatever God gives you. So go back to it. A vision must be written down. The second thing is that it must be clear. It can't be overcomplicated. We don't need to put a lot of words in it. It can be very clear. It can be one basic statement, but then as you funnel it down, it gets more specific. So you want to be broad, then you get specific. And then the third thing is it must motivate others that read it. And if you have a business, if you are associated with a company or your employee, or your employer that you're working with, they will have a vision statement or a mission statement, and that mission statement or motto should motivate the reader. So let's think of Nike. I mean, Nike, I know they're very detailed vision, but I know that their motto is just do it. And I'm sure that that tagline represents to the employee what the vision of that company is. So then what Nike does is they spend a lot of money advertising and marketing that to the end consumer to get us to buy into it, to be motivated as well, to just want to do something and to do that by wearing their shoes. So do you see how it comes full circle? So the three things, once again, is it must be written, it must be clear, and it must motivate the reader in regards to it. So as you are knowing what your vision is, knowing what your company vision is, these are three things that you definitely need to do. The second thing, see now here the phone's ringing. The phone, who is this? Probably my husband. I'm gonna have to send him the video. I'm gonna have to talk to him later because I'm in the middle of this video. Yeah, okay, I'll just call him back. So that's important for you to have a vision. Okay, now that's the fact hanging up. Oh, so those are three things that a vision must have. Now, along the way, some life lessons that I have learned when it comes to vision. See, I've been one of those people to when God gives me a vision, I get a dream, or I get something in my head, and I immediately want to go and make it happen. So, for example, in the back behind me, you see this is a design project. I got a vision in my mind to go to attend design school, and I immediately went and applied. I immediately got with my husband and was like, I want to quit my job. And immediately I was a design student getting another bachelor's degree because there's really no master's degrees in interior design. And I just went for it. Now, along the way, what I did not realize is there is a process for me to get to that end result. Now, you will say, yes, Nicole, when you go to school, you know you got to put in some work, you got to study, you got to take tests to get to that end result. And that's very true. And that's essentially what happens. Um, but along the way, some things that happened as well is I didn't foresee that when I came out of school that I did not want to do residential design. I want to do more on the commercial business retail design. But for where I live at, there's not a lot of jobs in that area for that particular position, which means I was going to have to be a commuter. And at the same time, I was starting a family, and being a commuter and starting a family was just not adding up for me. Hi, honey. What you did, and I have great news to share with you, but I'm shooting a video, and I can't stop it because I'm doing it on my. I can't stop it, but I don't know how to do that, and I'm on my computer. So, okay, love you. Bye bye. Sorry about that. So along the way, what I've realized is that so there's a process to you manifesting or for that vision to manifest itself. So as I continue to read um, and learn about, what the Bible says about vision, there was something that actually the New Spirit Filled Life Bible went and expounded upon, and it was this particular statement that wise leaders learn that um, you must be patient. You must receive a vision with patience, and that's very true. A lot of times we get a vision and we want it, it's gonna go. It's like tomorrow. It's like tomorrow, like tomorrow. And there's a process to us to see it. That it has an appointed time. It has an appointed time to manifest that vision that whatever God has given you. So if you have a vision when you're younger to get married and have children, it might not happen in your 20s. It might be your 30s, and then it may be a couple years after that that you actually are now being a parent. Was is just a point, and I know it's not business related, but you get my point. The next thing is that it is often delayed. Now, this is not to discourage you. Remember, wise leaders know this. And wisdom, with experience comes wisdom, and wisdom allows you to be able to endure and have steadfastness whenever you're trying to conceive anything in life. The conception of having a child means you actually, are intimate with an individual, and then the conception happens, and then in order for you to see that baby, generally it's a 9 month process. And the reason I say generally is because some ladies, have their babies earlier, so it might be a little bit later, and so that's what I mean. Then there's sometimes where that's a 9 month birthing process that happens, and so there's a delay before you actually become the parent in that process. Similar to when you have a vision, when there's a conception or a birthing of a vision, of a dream, of you know of a business that you have in your mind, then you can expect delays. And if you go into it with that expectation, then you won't let it set you back, you won't let it discourage you, and you won't be disappointed when that does happen. But you'll understand this is a part of the process. I knew this was coming, so now that it's here, I get to deal with it, and let me try to minimize any further delays along the process so that this can happen, quicker than it may end up happening. And so that's one thing that a wise leader knows when it comes to vision. The next thing is that it fulfills itself, its fulfillment will be certain. So you have to understand that it's gonna manifest itself. That's not an option. The option is it going to manifest itself with you, or is it going to manifest itself with somebody else? It's going to manifest with somebody else. So let me give you a good example. The gentleman, the founder of KFC, he went to several different people about KFC before KFC became into fruition. Now, the fulfillment of that vision manifested itself. It just didn't happen with some of the people that it could have happened with. Now, guess what? It was delayed, right? He was patient. It had an appointed time. It was delayed, but it was fulfilled. So what would have happened if he would have gave up? We wouldn't have KFC today. Or we probably would have KFC, but it might be called something else, because if God wanted that to manifest itself, it was going to manifest itself. So the importance of that is that once you receive your vision, this is something that can help you get over the hump and the downtime, or not downtime. Downtime is not a great word, but it can definitely help you with seeing the journey through, because there's going to be a journey, and through that journey and manifesting that vision, there's going to be some personal growth, there's going to be some personal development on your behalf and others that are that's involved in it. You will probably see that you can endure some things more than you thought you could. You are going to learn patience, just like it says. It has to be received with patience. That means you have to have patience. Not the dream have patience. You have patience. And your family have patience, and your friends and your business partners and all the people that's going to help to bring that together have to have patience. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about, um, what a dream must have. Those three things a dream must have, but what wise leaders know about dreams. And that's really important, because you want to be a wise leader when it comes to a vision. And how do you communicate that vision to others to inspire a win-win situation in others, and to get them to buy into the very thing that you want to do? And it's really important to understand that. Now, that appointed time just could be that when you birth your vision, to get to you birthing your vision, that's an appointed time. So, like for Empower Network, the company that I work with, Empower Network has been in existence. November made a year, so it's about 18 months now, around about 18 months. And it took off and is doing remarkable for a company that's only been in existence for 18 months. But the labor of love that Dave Sharp and Dave Woods went through prior to birthing Empower Network was the due process and a journey for this vision to birth itself, if you understand that. So with that, they received it with patience. They endured some hardships. They endured some things, but they never gave up on their desire to know there was a better way of living. And because they knew it was a better way of living, once they figured it out, they wanted to impact other people, change their lives, and also allow them to live that better way of living for themselves as well. And so if you know that you have a vision in life, this is what a wise person, a wise leader will expect when it comes to vision. Don't give up on it. Though it tarry, you wait it out, you stay steadfast to your vision. And friends, I'm here to tell you that it will manifest itself beyond your wildest imaginations. And I want you to know the best is yet to come. If you are that person that's out there and you are knowing you have a vision, you just don't know quite how to bring it into writing it down, making it clear, and motivating others. What I want you to do is lock arms with me, become a part of this company what I just spoke about, and learn from what these two leaders have done to really change other people's lives, because they are a good example of how you have a vision and then you bring it into the manifestation of that vision. And I'm telling you, as someone who has, a vision board here, they're helping me to really get found the true foundation for my businesses and bringing them into full fruition. And so today is your day to make your vision a reality by learning from the best people. And as you learn from them, you get to earn money as well. So I want you to go to Generate Income with Nicole, and become my mastermind. And together we can fulfill the vision that we have on our lives and learn from the best people. Until then, be happy. Don't think about living your life. Make a decision to live it today. Thank you.